Now on Nightside, one man and a cat found dead in an Airway Heights house fire. What a neighbor says he saw.
And there's more snow on the way tonight. In your first alert forecast, they'll show you where you could wake up to winter weather.
Plus, construction on Bigelow Gulch is causing a problem for neighbors who are missing mail and losing business. What's next for the project? You're watching 4 News Now, Nightside. We begin tonight with breaking news. Police need your help finding a missing 12-year-old girl. Thanks for staying up for Nightside. I'm Kirsten O'Connor. Derek Dice has the night off. Evaya Zamora has been missing since 3 o'clock this afternoon, according to police. She is about 4'9", weighs 110 pounds. As you can see in the photo there, she has blonde hair and brown eyes, and she may be wearing a white sweatshirt, orange Nikes, and a red backpack. If you see her or you know where she might be, call Crime Check at the number on your screen, 509-456-2233. A Coeur d'Alene doctor is facing charges of sexual exploitation of a child and video voyeurism for allegedly hiding a camera in a staff bathroom at his office. An employee of 68-year-old Dr. Spencer Greendyke contacted police to tell them about storage devices with concerning videos on them. And when police searched Greendyke's house, they found more evidence. Greendyke turned himself into the Kootenai Public Safety Building this afternoon.
Hey, this is Spokane Police. Come on, hang down, okay? Oh, there's a call right there. Hold on, watch this. Watch this. Watch this.
This video from 2022 after a man shot a Spokane police officer. Now that man's been sentenced to 65 years in prison. Ray Winecoop and Isaac Ott were arrested in June of 2022 when they shot Spokane police officer Chris Honecker. Both have extensive criminal backgrounds that include multiple felony convictions. Winecoop is still facing federal charges for the shooting. Ott's case is set to go to trial on April 22nd. A man and his cat were found dead in a house fire last night in Airway Heights. A man living next door saw the flames through his sliding glass door and called 911. Crews responded around 7 o'clock and emergency responders found the body after the fire was put out. This morning, flowers and a stuffed animal placed outside the man's home in his memory. There's still no word on what caused this fire.
Yeah, just an awful story out here in Airway Heights. A neighbor tells me they stepped out to their back patio last night around 7 o'clock and they saw those flames erupt and you could see the damage left behind. This neighbor tells me those flames reached at least to the ceiling and you could see the damage left to that sliding glass door. The blinds melted inside the home.
Something's on fire right over here.
A neighbor filmed the early moments of first responders arriving to the scene. You could see the street walled off by police and fire rigs. Crews quickly knocked down the flames as the rain came down Thursday night. The fire contained to the inside of the home. Once the flames were out, Airway Heights police tell us that first responders found a man and his cat deceased inside the home. This morning, flowers and a stuffed animal placed outside the home in their memory. That man's identity has not been released, and the cause of this fire is still under investigation. We tried to reach out to the Airway Heights fire chief for more details on this fire. As of news time, we did not hear back. In Airway Heights, Jordan Smith, 4 News Now.
Well, Spokane police are looking for the person who shot a man in the leg on the South Hill last night. It happened in the shopping center parking lot on East 29th near South Garfield, just blocks away from Manitou Park. Witnesses told officers that 2 men got into an altercation in that parking lot. Spokane police say one man was taken to the hospital with a gunshot wound and is expected to be okay. Anyone who saw what happened is asked to call Spokane police. Well, a lot of us woke up this morning to some spring snow, and if you were watching 4 News Now Nightside last night, you heard the warning from our team of weather experts. Meteorologist Matt Gray is in for Chris again tonight, and Matt, you told us there could be more on the way tonight.
That's right, and don't think it's going to be as dramatic in as many places as it was this morning, but still, any snow in April is notable snow, and we have another wave of moisture that is slowly but surely moving its way from western Montana and will cross the mountains tonight and begin to drop snow once again across North Idaho, and then perhaps if it does get far enough to the west, Even in parts of eastern Washington, we may end up with a little bit of snow for the start of your weekend. So we're keeping an eye here now on, well, the showers getting slowly closer and closer to Lookout Pass. And so by the time we get to midnight, do expect that we are going to see some snow showers on Lookout. And this will be just the start of what will be the encroachment of this next round of wet and, in many cases, snowy weather. There are winter weather advisories in place across North Idaho and in southeastern Washington tonight. Generally in these areas highlighted in purple, 1 to 3 inches above 2,500 feet or so. In some of those valley locations, there is going to be a chance for some measurable snow to actually stick to some of those grassy surfaces, for example, or in your backyard. But it would likely be less than an inch in some places, especially as you head downstream from Kellogg, you head downstream from St. Mary's, for example, and your elevation drops with the local rivers. So something to keep in mind here, it will be, hey, snow is snow after a certain point, especially this time of the year. We're going to continue to see wet weather off and on throughout the day on Saturday. Sunday, however, looks like much nicer weather for your weekend plans as we get up into the low 50s, pretty average for this time of the year. We've got warmer weather on the way. We'll talk more about snow amounts and how warm it could get coming up.
All right, thanks, Matt. Well, a traffic closure in the heart of downtown will cause some headaches through the fall. Washington Street is going to close completely between North River Drive and Maxwell Avenue starting Monday. For 2 weeks, drivers will be detoured all the way around this entire closure. Drivers should use Division, Monroe, and the Maple Corridor to cross the river. Then from April 22nd until May 14th, 1 lane will be open in each direction. Crews are first going to be upgrading intersections and then eventually redecking the Washington Street Bridge. The entire project will be done in November. And speaking of construction, a long-lasting project on Bigelow Gulch Road is now in its final phase this week. The newest road closure has not been easy for some people in the neighborhood there. They say they're not getting mail, and it could impact their businesses again. Tonight, Bigelow Gulch Road from Havana Street to Weil Road is closed, and the construction noise seems to return every spring for Jeff Deering. He owns a business on Weil Avenue. His major concern right now is fewer customers flowing through because of the road closure during the peak season.
First year we lost a lot of money if I compared it to the year prior for our busy season.
Deering does think the construction is necessary for safety. The detour begins at Francis and Market Streets and ends at Argonne, east of Bigelow Gulch Road. The construction is expected to be finished by late fall in November. Well, the Spokane Indians opened up the 2024 season with a 4-2 win over the Vancouver Canadians tonight. Sports director Julian Minnesone joins us now. And Julian, the Indians' young players are as good as advertised.
Yeah, the spotlight tonight was on starting pitcher Chase Dollander. He was the number 9 pick in last year's MLB draft, and he pitched like it. Dollander went 5 scoreless innings with 8 strikeouts. He's from the University of Tennessee, and he's pitched in big-time games in college. Tonight, he pitched like he was in an SEC title game. The Indians won the game 4-2, as Kirsten mentioned there, and everyone went home happy. The bittersweet part about having good minor league players is if they're good enough, they don't stick around for a long time. They usually get moved up to the minors pretty quickly. So if you want to see Dollander pitched, better sooner than later here. We're going to have full highlights of this Indians' big win coming up later for you in sports. Kirsten.
All right, thanks, Julian. A community targeted by vandalism and theft given protection from the sheriff's office. Why a senior community center doesn't have to live in fear anymore.
And as we mentioned earlier, we've got some warmer weather on the way. So if you did not like waking up to snow this morning, I've got some much better news as we get into the weekend and beyond in your extended forecast after this.
Download the KXLY Plus app on your connected TV. 4 News Now is brought to you by Super One Foods.
Some injury lawyers you see on TV aren't even from here. They could be in Texas, California,
or even worse, Florida.
Local representation matters.
Good luck getting attention from 1,000 miles away.
Call the advocates.
We're here for you, not way over there for you.
For 10 years, the 4 News Now Extreme team has been rebuilding and rejuvenating baseball fields. Is yours next? It's that time again. Go to KXOI.com and tell us why your field needs a makeover. Diamonds and Dreams, brought to you by your hometown Chevy dealers and Horizon Credit Union.
This is going to be a lot of fun.
Kimmel's got late night
Yeah, I love coming here.
on lock.
Get up, come on, let's dance.
Watch me for an hour and the other 23 are yours.
Jimmy Kimmel Live, weeknights on ABC. The day you get your Clear Choice dental implants makes every day a let's dig in day, a chow down day, a take a big bite day, a perfectly delicious day, a love my new teeth day. Because your Clear Choice day is the day everything is back on the menu. A Clear Choice day changes every day. Schedule a free consultation.
It's not just designed to look good. It's built to command attention. It's not just a comfortable interior. It's a quiet refuge. They're not just headlights. They light the way forward. The fully electric Audi Q8 e-tron. Get exceptional offers at your local Audi dealer.
You know what I've learned from playing soccer? Play as a team, outwit your opponent, and never give up.
You know what I've learned from being a lawyer? Play as a team, outwit your opponent, never give up.
No wonder we work so well together.
Yeah.
The largest Spokane Speed and Custom Show ever returns April 12th through 14th.
Welcome back. I am honored to share with you all at home that 3 members of our 4 News Now team are now nominees for Emmy Awards. Good Morning Northwest co-anchor Natalie Grant, reporter Bronte Swarovski, and I are entered to win in the category for breaking news. It is for our coverage of last summer's devastating wildfires. The entire team here at 4 News Now worked day and night covering those wildfires, the impacts they had on our communities, and how to push forward and recover. Our Here to Help Day for Wildfire Survivors also earned a nod in the Community Outreach category. We spent many hours interviewing people who, despite losing everything, maintained a spirit of hope and rebuilding. 4 News Now is committed to bringing you in-depth breaking news right as it's happening so you can protect your family. We hope we made you proud of the work we did to get information out in the first hours and days of those fires. With 4 News Now, you can expect more. Winners will be announced in Seattle in June. Meteorologist Matt Gray joins me now. And Matt, snow is really what everybody is talking about. I was having sandwiches at Domini's today, and I heard everybody saying, well, at least it melted already, you know,
and that's
by
the great thing about April snow. When it does happen, at least it goes away pretty quickly because, look, at this point in the year, you know, I know, we're over it.
Yeah.
And I think this is the last gasp of winter based on how things are trending in the long-term forecast.
Is this third winter?
Third winter, second fake spring, fourth meal. Think outside the bun. Okay, well, that's enough plugs for today. Want to start with our show out with our pick of the night, a little before and after from our friend John and Antone in Assotin County. So this was Thursday night, this one in the top corner, and then the other 2 were taken this morning. And I tell you what, the big winner, if you like the snow, was in the Antone area today, and really just across Assotin County as a whole. 9 inches reported in some places there. Wild here for springtime. Around Moscow, that was one of the other places that got the most snow this morning. We saw lots of snowy conditions. 1 inch, by the way, officially for today in Spokane. That's now 3 years in a row with at least 1 inch of snow in the month of April. And I'm pretty sure that that is extremely rare in the record. I'll have to go back digging through that again, bring that to you tomorrow. Here is our chances for 1 inch or more of snow tonight, and not nearly as high as what things were looking at this time last night. So there's going to be snow, but I don't think it's going to be nearly as dramatic in many areas as it was when you woke up this morning, especially around the Palouse, where it looks like the snow is going to be heading to other places than where you are, even though you'll have a decent chance of at least picking up a little dusting of snow later on tonight. But around Kellogg, St. Mary's, yeah, under those winter weather advisories, you should be looking out for some snowy conditions as that snow crosses the mountains later tonight. Things look like they're moving a little bit slower than what we showed you during our 5 and 6 o'clock program, and that likely means that, especially as you head further west, we will end up with, well, less snow for us to talk about in the morning. So this is around 6 a.m. and a big difference now in our trend in the computer models is, well, keeping this a little bit further to the east. And that really kind of eliminates a lot of the potential here for snow in around Spokane County, around Whitman County as well. But across North Idaho, you should not be surprised at all if you see a little bit of snow in the morning, even if it doesn't stick. Now, as we get towards, say, 10 or 11 a.m., it's rain down in the valleys by this point as we warm up. We'll see a lot more wet weather across North Idaho, scattered showers as we go throughout the day with a little bit more activity around Spokane in the afternoon. This is all going to start to lift to the north, and so in our northern valleys and in the panhandle, expected to be off and on rain and or snow in the morning for a good portion of the day. But don't worry, Sunday's looking a whole lot better. So the best chance for the snowy weather that was more akin to what we saw today in some places is likely going to be in the Silver Valley. I would also look from St. Mary's up into the Avery area. So those places is where I would be looking for, well, some more notable snowfall than what we will likely see in other places. And here, as I mentioned, the model trends in the Palouse are, well, looking a lot lighter than they were yesterday. By the time we get to the afternoon, temperatures are in the upper 40s. It's not a great start to the weekend, but don't worry, we're going to be drying out. We're going to have some much nicer weather going into Sunday. There'll still be some spotty showers, but hey, you'll be able to do your activities for the day without too much trouble. And skies start to clear just in time for the partial eclipse on Monday. And then we really start to warm up. Temperatures be in the 60s and 70s by the time we get to Thursday and Friday, Kirsten. So I think everybody is looking forward to that one.
I'm just glad I work with you, because if I didn't, I would have had no idea that that was coming.
You would have woken up this morning.
I needed you and that warning. I appreciate it, Matt. Well, speaking of the eclipse, we're not going to see a total eclipse here Monday, as you just heard, but skies should be clear enough to see a partial eclipse. And if you want to catch a glimpse, you need certified solar eclipse glasses. Sunglasses are not enough to protect your eyes, even if it's just a few seconds. Without the real filters, the dangers are real.
These rays can damage the light-sensitive rods and cones, essentially causing a burn in the retina. So this burn can cause temporary or permanent vision loss.
The eclipse will start for us around 10:40 a.m. and peak around 11:35 Monday. You can watch an ABC special report, Eclipse Across America, right here, starting at 11. Well, on Monday, we told you about a retirement community dealing with car break-ins and thefts. People living there told us they were taking matters into their own hands, patrolling around late at night. Well, while you might think not much happens after you experience a crime like a break-in and report it to Crime Check, turns out the sheriff's office says every report makes a difference. And since our reporting of these thefts, the sheriff's office has taken notice and started to patrol this area in the evenings. After our story aired, we received a call from residents that law enforcement started these patrols and delivered this surveillance trailer.
Well, this thing showed up. That should help a little bit. The police were patrolling the area night before last and a little bit last night.
4 News Now is working to help you get to the bottom of crimes like these. If you are searching for answers to a problem, let us know. A repeat offender is arrested again for indecent exposure in Spokane Valley. The sheriff's office says Julian Cutworth was arrested yesterday morning in front of a hardware store on East Sprague. Deputies say a motorist called in a man touching himself inappropriately at the bus stop. The responding deputy learned Cutworth had been convicted of similar charges in the past, and in court today, it was revealed he had 41 prior adult convictions and failed to appear in court 23 times. A judge set his bond at $5,000, and he will be arraigned on the latest charge April 16th. The former Spokane Chief of Police, Craig Meidel, has been named the interim chief in Richland, Washington. Meidel stepped down with the new year after serving 7 years as Spokane's chief and a total of 30 years in the community. His resignation shortly followed the election of the new mayor, Lisa Brown, and new city council president, Betsy Wilkerson. The chief said at the time that he stepped down that new leadership can be healthy for an organization. The city of Richland says Meidel is expected to serve as interim chief for 3 to 6 months beginning April 15th. Well, still ahead on Nightside, how Snap created a one-stop shopping experience for people in need of critical resources. Stay with us.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Eating disorders, devastating and sometimes deadly. I'm Robin Nance from 4 News Now. I watched my own child's battle, feeling helpless. But now there's a new program giving patients and their families hope. How just 1 week could save a life. Tuesday on 4 News Now at 6.
With Dish, get the same TV bill every month for 2 years.
Hello? Oh God, I think someone's coming.
No price hikes, no surprises. Because surprising TV shows are great. Surprising TV bills, not great.
Let's get you some fresh water.
The 2-year TV price guarantee from Dish. Tuned in to you.
We love our house, but lately we've been feeling a little cramped.
So we talked to ICCU about a new home loan. The process was super quick, and we got a really great rate.
We start house hunting tomorrow.
Preferably something with a bigger garage.
Get the tax break you deserve at Walker's Furniture, as they offer a double sales tax discount or no money down special financing for up to 5 years with no minimum purchase.
Freshen up your living room or dine in style this week at Walker's.
Hot tub, hot tub, hot tub. Major manufacturers and warehouses clearance of new 2024 inventory. Today through Sunday. Spokane County Fair and Expo Center. Over 100 hot tubs on display and everything must go. New 2024 inventory. Hot tubs starting at $29.95. All inventory 40 to 80% off. Come see the revolutionary swim spa in action and save up to 60%. Trade-ins welcome. Free delivery. We'll even haul away your old hot tub. Worry-free installation. 18-month interest-free financing. Millions of dollars of inventory must be sold. Spokane County Fair and Expo Center. Free admission. Free parking. Call 833-SPA-SALE.
4 News Now is brought to you by Shriners Children's Spokane, the most amazing care anywhere.
Thanks for staying up with Nightside. SNAP and Spokane Public Library partnered to host a spring resource carnival for the community today, and the turnout was really good. Vendors and families filled the inside of the Hive. It was SNAP's goal to create a one-stop shopping experience for people in need of critical resources. And that's exactly what they did. As people went from table to table, they could stop and receive help with their taxes, energy bills, health insurance, and more. As one family was shopping around, their smiles made it clear that they were finding plenty of success.
Got some resources to pay our bills. Really excited. It's a good time. Lots
and we
of cool
just
stuff.
turned around and we needed another one, and then it was all right there, like back to back to back to back. Everybody's like, I'll help you.
And it was called a carnival for a reason. There were plenty of activities for the kids to enjoy, like face painting, a photo booth, cotton candy, and a whole lot more. A consumer alert for popular detergent pods. 8.2 million packets of Tide, Gain, Ace, and Ariel detergent pods have been recalled over faulty packaging. The Consumer Product Safety Commission says they pose a serious risk of accidental ingestion by young children. The defective pods were made between September 2023 and February 2024. So far, no injuries have been reported. Well, April is National Stress Awareness Month, and while many of us don't really need a reminder to be aware of our stress, it is a good time to focus on how to manage it. Psychologist Susan Albers with Cleveland Clinic says you can take charge of how you cope. Exercise can help calm your mind and body, and so can breathing exercises. What you eat can also help.
If you are chronically stressed, you can eat vitamin C rich foods to help mitigate some of the wear and tear that your body experiences from stress. Also, magnesium-rich foods can be helpful. They help to regulate the stress hormones in your body and promote relaxation.
Well, another way to relieve stress is to make sure you're sleeping between 7 and 9 hours every night. That will help restore your body and allow you to gear up to face the next day. President Biden is on the ground in Baltimore surveying the wreckage of the Francis Scott Key Bridge and the long road ahead to rebuild. The disaster virtually closed the crucial port that's tied to 8,000 jobs. Officials hope to clear some of the channel for smaller cargo ships in the next 4 weeks.
Folks, finally, we're going to move heaven and earth to rebuild this bridge as rapidly as humanly possible. And we're going to do so with union labor and American steel.
President Biden also restating his promise to pay for every dollar to rebuild that bridge, although his pledge is facing resistance from Congress. Washington State football will host its first spring scrimmage tomorrow. We hear from head coach Jake Dickert about the high expectations for the Cougars next in sports.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Northern Quest Resort and Casino.
What would you do if you saw this?
You seem very uptight.
Because you're asking me to go to your hotel room.
What's the big deal?
A young woman being harassed by her manager.
You know how the music industry works.
Would you step in to help?
Are you okay?
Like these everyday heroes?
Yeah, I just got some weird vibes. Do you want to leave with me? Come on. Okay.
Here we go. Hi, ma'am. That was amazing. You're still shaking.
I wanted her to be okay.
What would you do? Sunday night, all new on ABC.
92.9 CCU. CCU.
You're feeding it.
I will, I promise. Thanks to our Premier Rewards Visa credit card from ICCU, we earned enough cash back to stock up on puppy supplies.
But we don't have a puppy.
They're very convincing children.
For generations, hardworking people have relied on Ford F-Series trucks to help grow businesses, communities, families. A legacy of capability and technology that's made Ford F-Series America's best-selling trucks 47 years straight. This is the next generation of Built Ford Tough.
Lock in a 6-year rate. Get 1.9% APR for 72 months on a 2023 F-150 only at your local Ford dealer.
Get the tax break you deserve at Walker's Furniture, as they offer a double sales tax discount or no money down special financing for up to 5 years with no minimum purchase.
Freshen up your living room or dine in style this week at Walker's.
Well, a new season marks a clean slate, and the Indians are looking to make it a summer to remember. Welcome into sports. I'm Julian Minitzo. The Indians have some high expectations. They have 5 of the top 30 prospects in the Colorado Rockies organization. One of them is 2023 first-round draft pick Chase Dollander. He got the nod this evening, opening against the Vancouver Canadians. First inning, gets the batter swinging to end the inning. This was the first time pitching since college. He didn't look nervous one bit, but in the third, a bit of a shaky moment. Dollander fields it. Now the throw is going to be off the mark, and the Canadians now have runners on second and third with 2 outs. But no harm, no foul. Dollander gets Ryan McCarty swinging to end the inning. He is pumped. Dollander went 5 without giving up a hit. He also had 8 strikeouts. Now, it took a while for any offense to get going in this game, but the Indians got it in the 7th. Cole Carrig singles out to center field. That puts runners on first and second with no outs. Next batter, Dion Jorge, gonna do what the manager says you gotta do, go right up the middle. Spokane takes the lead. They would hold on to win this one by a final of 4-2. That's a way to start the season for Spokane. Despite Dollander's incredible outing, he doesn't earn the win, but I'm guessing he won't care because Spokane starts the season 1-0. Now, Game 2 will be tomorrow night just after 5 o'clock from Avista Stadium. Now, while David Riley is settling into his new home at Washington State, Eastern Washington has taken the next steps to finding his replacement. Athletic Director Tim Collins is at the men's Final Four in Phoenix to meet with potential candidates for the Eagles' head coaching job. Collins met with the team earlier this week to discuss the qualities they would like to see in their next head coach. Eastern Washington has already seen guard Casey Jones enter the transfer portal, and there could be more to follow, making the next basketball coach a critical hire for the university.
There's a lot of interest in our university. We've had 5 head men's basketball coaches win conference championships since the year 2000. And like I told you, we're working to find the 6th.
Now, speaking of Riley, those are some big shoes to fill. He led Eastern Washington to 2 straight Big Sky regular season conference titles. Now, the Eastern Washington women's team had a pair of key players leave the program. Aaliyah Alexander and Jaleesa Lawrence both entered the transfer portal. Alexander and Lawrence were 2 of the top 3 leading scorers on the team this season. Eastern is also losing Big Sky MVP Jamie Loetta, who is graduating. WSU football is holding its first spring scrimmage tomorrow. Think of it as a dress rehearsal before the Crimson and Gray spring game later this month. It's one of 2 scrimmages the Cougars will host this spring. Head coach Jake Dickert says scrimmage number 1 is all about the fundamentals. The Cougars have already been practicing for a few weeks, but this is the first time they'll actually practice in-game situations. It also gives the coaches a first look at what to expect for the upcoming season.
Who can make some of those fundamental plays, who can make those blocks, who can get some people down. You know, it's real easy. I know I got a defensive background, but you say you make those tackles sometimes on a 3rd down drill. Now you got to go out in a live situation and do it. So can we control how we perform and not beat ourselves? Those are just the little things you're looking for early in spring.
And Jake's going to look for that tomorrow, 10:30 in the morning in Pullman. And fans are also welcome to attend. And it's all going to lead to that spring game in end of April here, which should be exciting because the Cougars, little bit of a different look when it comes to the conference. Not going to be the Pac-12. They're going to be in part of that Mountain West scheduling alliance. So we'll see how they do with the different conference and different opponents coming to Pullman.
Yeah, it is going to be a completely different experience for all of us involved. All right, thanks, Julian. We'll be right back after this.
Later on Nightline, the far-out career of William Shatner, from Star Trek to real-life space trip, his secret to grabbing life by the reins. Plus, the little girl with a lot of courage helping others battle a rare eating disorder.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app. At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
Roundup's like an accidental savings account.
But how much can you really save?
Yeah, I mean... Whoa.
Remodeling your kitchen? Fred's has the latest in kitchen appliances from GE Cafe on sale.
With a variety of custom cafe colors and options, makes it easy to personalize your kitchen.
And when it's time for cleanup, the GE Cafe dishwasher offers loading flexibility and a reversing wash arm to clean every inch of your dishes.
Get up to $2,000 in rebates in GE Cafe appliances.
Come in and see the great selection of cafe kitchen packages at Fred's.
Save thousands on the new revolutionary swim spa at a one-time sale. Today through Sunday. Spokane County Fair and Expo Center. Exercise with low impact. Swim the entire year and stay in shape. Teach your kids to swim. Unwind and save thousands. Avoid the expense and maintenance involved with a pool. Swim, exercise, and relax in your new aquatic exercise swim spa. Installation in 1 day only. New 2024 inventory. 18-month interest-free financing. Millions of dollars of inventory must be sold. Spokane County Fair and Expo Center. Free admission. Free parking. Call 833-SPA-SALE.
We're cranking up the RPMs for a 48-hour sales event at the Cal Superstores in Airway Heights and Coeur d'Alene, where today and tomorrow we're going to sell 48 rigs in 48 hours by giving you big discounts and fantastic trade-in offers. Plus, $48 down is all you need. We're even delaying all payments for 48 days, so you can get that rig you've always wanted this week for less. Today and tomorrow for 48 hours at both Cal locations.
See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now.
More snow.
Just a little more. Just a little more, and then it's over.
Tiny dusting. Maybe just something pretty to look at when you look out the window. Have
like
a good
an
night.
hour.